Hi, my name is Ray and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here or you've never seen my face before, like I said, my name is Ray and I make videos about animals, pets, and working in the vet field. And this video is going to be talking about the difference between being a veterinary assistant and a veterinary technician. Also, if you hear animal noises or shaking and stuff, that's my dog. You guys are actually on top of his crate, so fun fact. Don't mind that. Anyways, so for those of you who don't know, I'm basically an unlicensed veterinary technician, and we're gonna go over the difference between being a RVT or registered veterinary technician. In some other states it's called CVT, which is certified veterinary technician, the difference between those things, and then being a veterinary assistant, or slash CVA, which is certified veterinary assistant. Alright, so we'll start with veterinary assistant. Now, veterinary assistant, there are two ways to become one. One is basically through work experience, meaning you did not go to school, you just get hired as typically like a kennel assistant, and you learn on the job. So basically, like I said, you learn on the job. You start as a kennel assistant in most situations, meaning that you are cleaning kennels, walking, feeding animals, stocking supplies, doing laundry, cleaning, sweeping, mopping, etc. And then you work your way up to actually dealing more hands-on with patients and animals. The other route to become a veterinary assistant is to go to school for it. So there a lot of places are only hiring CVAs, meaning certified veterinary assistants, and they won't hire someone with zero experience or who does not have that certification. It really depends on the hospital and your state and all of that. But for that, typically it's like a 1-year program, and you learn how to be, and you take like a test and you become a certified veterinary assistant. So we're gonna go over what the job of a veterinary assistant is. Basically, an assistant is the helping hand of the veterinary technician and veterinarian at your hospital or on the staff. So basically, they, similar to a kennel assistant, do the husbandry work, so cleaning kennels, laundry, stocking supplies, feeding, walking animals if applicable. They also help restrain the pet, and they help the technician or the doctor take x-rays. They help just typical, they help run lab work and stuff like that, so running blood work, fecal tests, and stuff like that. So that's what a certified veterinary assistant slash assistant is. Like I said, both are valid. It just depends on your state and where you work, but those are the typical two ways to become one. Personally, I found that you don't really need to go to school to be an assistant. A lot of places are willing to train on the job, and there's no need to go to school for it. Most people that do go to school to become an assistant is because they are having difficulty, like maybe in their area it is required, or a lot of places, some places may only want to hire an assistant that is certified. So it just really depends where you are, state, and specific animal hospitals as well. So I would look into that as well. And if you are having difficulty getting a job as an assistant, you might have to get that certificate, and it will increase your chances on your resume. It'll look better. So yeah, that's the veterinary assistant. So what is a veterinary technician? So a vet tech slash RVT slash CVT, they're all same thing, just different titles. So the difference is, to be considered a veterinary technician, you have to have an associate's degree in animal science. It's usually a 2-year program, and so you have to get your degree, and then you have to sit for your VTNE, which is your veterinary technician national exams. So you get your degree, and then you have to sign up for your VTNE, you take the test, and then you become licensed. or certified. So that's what that is. So in terms of job wise, they can do more than assistants. So the job of a vet technician is restraining, helping the doctor, taking rooms, doing dental procedures, monitoring for anesthesia, intubating and extubating patients for surgery, doing packs, like surgical packs, blood work, basically doing any diagnostics, so taking x-rays, doing blood work, placing IV catheters, urinary catheters, doing cystos. Basically it's like a long list. So they're allowed to do more than an assistant. And if you are an RVT or CVT, then you are also able to specialize in certain areas for further schooling, which is really cool as well. So yeah, and it's so those are the main differences. So there is a lot of overlap between being an assistant and being a technician, depending on where you live, like what state you live in. So for example, I'm in California, and in California, veterinary technician as an assistant do have a lot of overlap, meaning that a lot of assistants are able to do the jobs of the technician, and they are not required to have a license here in California. So I'm an unlicensed technician, meaning that I am not registered, I am not certified, don't have an associate in, like a degree in animal science, and I have not sat for the VTNE whatsoever. However, I do have the skills that a technician would have, which is more than an assistant is allowed to do. So I am able to place IV catheters, I am able to draw blood, I am able to intubate, extubate, and monitor for anesthesia and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, again, this all depends on where you live. In certain states, an assistant is not allowed to do any of that, so you really need to know your legality of your state. Now, as far as pay, obviously assistants make a lot less, and RVTs make a lot more. This also depends on the state that you're in. Here in California, we are on the higher paying end, so vet assistants starting pay here is about like anywhere from minimum wage to like maybe like 16, 17 starting, and obviously the more experience you have, the more pay you get. RVTs starting are $25 and up, again depending on experience and what type of practice you're working at, whether it's general or emergency / specialty or shelter, rescue, wherever it is that you work. So yeah, that is the main difference. RVTs are legally allowed to do more, assistants not so much. Basically it's doctor, RVTs, assistants, and then kennel assistants. So kennel assistants help the assistants help the RVTs, and then RVTs help the doctor. And in certain states, the assistants and RVTs / CVTs kind of overlap. So if this is a field that you are trying to get into, I definitely recommend, like if it's something you genuinely want to do for a really long time, I do recommend getting your RVT license. I would not recommend going for a CVA, meaning Certified Veterinary Assistant program. Main reason is because a lot of places are actually okay hiring with little to no experience and are willing to do on-the-job training. So there's really no need to spend the money unless in your state it is required to enter the field, or you are having difficulty, or it's impossible for you to get a job without the certificate of becoming an assistant. If you're already an assistant, great. Then it should be pretty easy to get your license. You just have to go through the schooling and then take your test. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just kind of want to make this little quick video. Also, I want to let you guys know that I have actually recently enrolled in an RVT program. It's going to be online, and I'm going to make a whole separate video about the school I chose, and I'm going to take you guys on the journey of me going through school to be an RVT, because I've been a veterinary assistant now for like 3 to 4 years. So I think it's time, and I can't really see myself working in a different field. And yeah, so I'll make a whole separate video about what school I chose, what the process is, and then once I'm actually start the program, then I'll take you guys along with me on that journey and my experience. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or any video suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and I will definitely get back to you or make a video about it. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, or if you want to see more videos from me, that'd be really cool. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a later video. Bye.